All right. Good morning. Good evening. Good night. It is Layer 1 Live. This is about to be the best Layer 1 Live episode of all time. I am shaking. There are so many things happening in crypto right now, let alone the markets themselves. We got a bunch of lads in the house. We got ourselves a great episode. How are we doing today, everybody? It's a Friday. It feels like a Friday. Shep thinks it's a Friday. It's awesome. We bounced. We had FUD. We got Soulja Boy buying on Bittrex. Who sent the man to Bittrex? You have other exchanges. Just go to Coinbase. I don't know. We have so many things to get to. We got lads news. We got ETH up like 10%. MicroStrategy, DeFi, StakeDao. Lads got listed on Delta app. I'm literally shaking. What's going on, everybody? Layer 1 Live, we're bringing you the latest from around the crypto industry. All-time high is going to be 108. Good to see everybody. It is a solo episode. Let's get everybody in the house and let's break some records today, man. 108. We have so much to get to. So much to get to. Again, I am solo. No Crypto Buffalo. Shout out to the Beard. RIP Beard. The Beard token might make a comeback one day. But let's get going. It's good to see everybody here. Let me give a couple quick shout outs. XPlow, who is hosting Lads Poker tomorrow night. More on that in a little bit. We got Loadmasters Rock coming in first. We have Can Wolf in the house. We got Crypto Buffalo. Chris C. Easy in Crypto is on the road and trying to listen. Damn. I listen, there's so much going on that I'm going to miss a lot today. I'm going to miss it. As Morty saying, ETH buy Wax in Wax Cloud Wallet. Wax came out with some news that I'm not even going to hit because there is too much stuff going on. I'll give you a quick breakdown. We've got the lad stuff happening right now. We're going to touch on it for the next 5 minutes. We're going to go over some comments, see everybody in the chat. We have breaking news. We had, I think, BitMEX coming through with that double spend FUD, trying to retrace us manually, making sure if it wasn't going to happen, they had to do something. And we'll get to that later. But there was some double spend FUD. We're going to hear from Andreas himself. No, he's not coming on the interview, but we are going to listen to a video by him. So double spend FUD, we're kind of bouncing off that now. We've got some ETH BTC and ETH USD charts up here. I'm not going to draw on the charts. I'm not drawing squigglies for you today, but I am, people are in the chat saying Han Solo. So shout out to everyone hopping in here. We've got ETH USD doing very nice things. ETH BTC doing okay thing. I mean, it's holding for now. But it definitely popped over the last 24 hours. You can see kind of a general look at the markets here, and here's the quick news. Okay, here, I'm just gonna run it down. Lightning round here. We have Soulja Boy getting into crypto. I already touched on that. We're gonna hit it. Don't worry. MicroStrategy. I've got Russia's largest bank getting into stablecoins. So. Not even 6 months ago, they're saying you're going to jail if you're not reporting crypto. Now they're saying, hey, we're going to do a stable coin. I got Coinbase eating the crypto world by buying up Bison Trails. Binance, CZ's doing his burn. Pornhub accepting crypto. So shout out to everybody out there that is holding XRP, DOGE, BNB, and USDC because you've got a premium standard here. We got some DeFi news. Ethereum, 3 billion locked up in Ethereum 2.0. We got Yearn kind of ditching the fair launch distribution. We had that kind of news from Andre a little bit ago. So a lot of stuff coming from Yearn. StakeDao said some cool shit, man. Some really cool shit that I'm going to get to you guys. We have 50 in the house. Nice to see everybody. Let's see. And then into NFTs. We talked about the Rick and Morty drop. That went for 1.6 mil. I've got Sidechains from Axie and God's Unchained. I've got B20. So that MetaPurse project kind of coming through and talking about some things. Ghost Bridge is live. So if you're holding Ghost and you want to stake and you want to start earning some stuff, you can definitely hit that on the Matic network. And then social tokens, we're going to touch on. I mean, we're going to hit Soulja Boy, which is kind of in the social token realm, but we also have Blau, which is coming out with some really cool stuff via the Audius project, via Nifty Gateway. I know he has a drop. So it's really, really cool to see everybody in the house. Yeah, easy. I hear you, man. Q, tomorrow, Metapalooza B20 launch. A lot of cool stuff coming through. Yeah, we got Sand. Can you tell I'm excited? Like, this is going to be the best episode of all time. We have 47 in the house. Come on, all-time highs. All-time highs, 108. Get the word out. Get the word out in Discord. Send it out. Send it out into the space, and we can see what we'll do. No, I didn't do a line before this episode. This is all a natural high because we have so much cool shit to talk about. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into the lads news. So again, for those of you that are new, please leave a like, please leave a subscribe. We're talking Layer 1 Live. This is the Layer 1 Crypto Network where we're talking about everything crypto. We got different series. We got an awesome community. We have an awesome social token. We got some things coming in 2021. But this is the portion of the episode where we are talking about lads. This is our community. So many different things are going on. So let me touch on a few. One, I want to give a quick shout out to Llama. He got our 5,000 lads grant for January. The vision for the grants is going to be trying to get lads into the hands of people who want to help build. And Llama's done an amazing job doing moderation. Llama's done an amazing job, giving tips and his Llama insights into the team, making little tweaks here and there on what we need to be doing in our Discord. So definitely a shout out to Llama. He is getting our 5,000 lads grant for January. I believe that's somewhere in the vicinity of about $600. So hopefully he can do something awesome with that and we can go forward. So we have January, we have February coming up, March, April. We have spots where if you want to get involved, you have the opportunity to get involved and earn some lads. That is the power of lads. So shout out again to Llama. He is in the chat. Thank you very much. Easy is in there. He got the grant in December. We had Loadmaster getting the grant in November. So a lot of cool stuff on the horizon. All right, this is big. This is big for me. I'm a big Delta app user. You can kind of see it there. I don't know. Can you? Let me see. Let me see. Oh. I don't know if you could tell, but the Delta app, lads got listed. Lads is listed on the Delta app. You're welcome. For all of you that are Delta users, you can now track the lads in your portfolio. Someone was talking about Blockfolio. I don't know about the guys. Get me in contact with Blockfolio. I'll make the magic happen, just like we did with Delta. Shout out to the Delta app guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Now you can track your lads holdings in your portfolio alongside ETH, alongside BTC, and whatever you are holding. Hopefully it's not XRP. So, okay, quick shout outs. Let's see. We have Magnus and Dina. Oh, wait, hold on. We got Danish in the house. I worked for Delta for 2 years. Shout out to Danish. Okay. Sounds good. All right, I got a shout out to Magnus and Dina. Magnus is a lads OG. Okay, Magnus is a lads OG. He's been in since the beginning. I remember aping into DeFi projects with him. Some worked, some didn't. Magnus is an absolute OG. I want him to be more involved in the DeFi district, but I understand if you're a Telegram user. It takes a long time to get involved in what we're doing with Discord, but it's so much better once you get there. Hopefully Discord makes their stuff a little bit better over time. But shout out to Magnus for bringing Dina in. I think Ronan had a hand in that as well, but I wanted to give a shout out to Dina. Let me see if I can't pull up that intro. It was a phenomenal intro, and this is exactly what we want. When someone comes into lads, we don't just want them to kind of, sneak their way in and, find themselves kind of in the corner. We want them to come in hardcore, showing what the deal is, and this is from Dina right here. So, hello team. I've been chatting with Ronan across, and thank you again for Magnus. Oh, and she's a noble. Day one noble. Look at the purple. She's holding 5,000 lads. She gets access to everything within Lad City and more. NFT drops, all that good stuff. But you can see, she's got art. She's got music. I even listened to one of her music pieces. So, really cool stuff from Dina. Shout out to Magnus again, a lads OG there. So we will get on to the rest of the lads updates real quick, and then we will hit the news for today. Holy shit. It's going to be an awesome time. Okay, we've got poker night tomorrow. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means XPOW is heading up poker. You can actually, in XPOW, if you want to hit main chat right now so that someone can ping you, head over to Lad City, head over to our Discord if you have any questions. XPOW will be in main chat. If you don't have access to the poker night chat, which is in the gaming district, if you didn't know, it's right around the corner from the DeFi district, you can go in there, ask XPOW any questions. He'll get you set up. We're going to be using listen, I'm not a poker player. I'm setting up the app. I don't know a lot about it, so get XPOW on top of all those questions because I don't really know a lot about what's happening with the app itself. But that's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. We're going to run it. We've got no buy-in. You just have to be in our Discord to get the actual link. You get NFTs at the end. I think he's got Alien World set up. He's got the Horrors set up. He's got like 5 different NFT projects that are going to be dropped on that day for the winners. Even if you didn't win, maybe you got something going on with some first out kind of losers, something like that. Maybe that's too much alpha. Oh! Crypto Buffalo coming through with the $5. Coming through with the $5. That's my $5 dance. You don't want to see my $20 dance. Guys, we have 55 people in the house. It is you, Poker. Thank you, Easy. We have 55 people in the house. Get it. Let's get to 108. What's stopping us from getting to 108 other than the bots? Shout out to the bots. You guys keep coming. We keep sending you away. Crypto Buffalo, Q's feeling it today. This episode is going to be fire. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We got a couple other comments. I think we'll continue. Nice to see Crypto Brandon in Lad City. We got 60 in the house. All right, so again, head to main chat, head to Lad City. You can go and ask questions either in main chat or in Poker Night chat, and you can ask questions about Poker Night. I believe it's you, Poker. We actually talked with the Giving Block guys who did a lot of like really popular poker nights for the entire crypto community. You had like Meltum. I believe you had Tony Vase in there. So we're actually talking with those guys and kind of getting their ideas on what we can do going forward, where maybe 50% of the pot when we go forward can be donated to a charity of our choice. Things like this, things like we're going to do in Lads in 2021. Really cool stuff. Loadmaster saying quality, not quantity. Absolutely, my dude. Okay. That is pretty much it. Unless I missed something else, and feel free to let me know, lads. Unless I missed something else, you guys are ready for the episode. I'm ready for the episode. All-time high is 108. Please leave a like. Please leave a subscribe. It helps. Obviously, comment in the chat, please. And you will be earning some lads today, our social utility token for the network. If you have any questions, I don't have time on this episode to tell you about it. So you have to ask in the chat. You have to ask in our Discord. And that's pretty much what you're going to do. So, pretty good. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? I think we are. All right, I'm going to give you guys some time, and I'm going to find this article, I believe. And we're going to start this off with the Bitcoin double spend story, okay? So we had a crash. Obviously, I'm going to pull up ETH USDC and ETH BTC here. We had a quick little drop. ETH was hit pretty hard here. So we got up to about 1437. We made our way down to almost below 1,000. I think we saw something around 1042. We've since popped from there. So the thumbnail even needs to be changed, right? Like I thought about doing a whole new thumbnail because literally last night, go to bed, portfolio's down 20%. Everybody's wrecked. We're all going to get a full-time job again. And now we're back up 20% again. We're at 1266. Almost finding our way back to, let's see, the 8th of Jan. ETH BTC is probably holding. Let's see. I don't want to pay for your subscription service. Okay. Yeah, ETH BTC is holding. But yeah, primarily, I mean, you see the markets, right? You see these markets. They're doing a good job. Shout out to everyone that left comments to RT last week. Hopefully we can get more and more on again. So this was a story that kind of sent us down, right? Right around this point, we got a story from BitMEX, a report from BitMEX that said there was a potential double spend. What does that mean? What does a double spend mean? We're going to listen to Andreas here, and he's going to walk us through, and I'm going to start this video now. Let's go.
Let's
Let me know if you can't hear it.
First question that is on everybody's mind. This was normal algorithm behavior, but what does that mean? Some of the headlines you may have seen say a double spend happened on Bitcoin. All right? No, it didn't. A double spend did not happen.
I love the energy here. I love the black polo. I think he's got to let go of the hair, at least a portion of it, but everything else is good.
On Bitcoin. And the reason a double spend did not happen on Bitcoin is because the Bitcoin consensus algorithm, its only purpose, its primary purpose is to coordinate in a decentralized fashion so as to ensure that double spend cannot happen. There is always one singular history on the blockchain eventually, and that singular history, as time goes by, becomes more and more immutable, and it can only contain one version of the truth. There may be users, nodes, miners, participants who have different versions on their own computer for a short period of time. This is normal. It's part of the decentralized operation of the network. And in those different versions, there may be different versions of a block at a specific height or different versions of a transaction within that block at a specific height. This is a temporary phenomenon, and it gets resolved by the time the next block gets mined. So we'll talk a bit about how is it possible for two blocks to get mined at the same time. How is it possible to get what's known as a consensus fork, which is a normal part of the network operation.
So that's on average. Basically, Bitcoin Jesus telling us that there wasn't a double spend. Now, going into this story, what we can do is look at what actually led to this. So what was the first story that kind of led into what we want to see be here? So let's see. We had BitMEX. Do I not have that story? Come on now. Come on now. Guys, hold me through this. I need you. Support me. Let's see. I don't think I have the story, man. I don't have the story. So this is what happened. BitMEX reported that there was a potential double spend of about $21. They came back later and talked about how that actually was not a double spend. And it was, some type of everyone came out and said, this is a block reorganization. This is normal. This is fine. But in the meantime, here we go. So we got BitMEX research on Wednesday suggesting that a critical flaw called double spend had occurred in the Bitcoin blockchain, and continues. Here we go. We got the tweet as well. There was a stale Bitcoin block today at height 660,833. It appears as if a small double spend of around $21 was detected. And basically the community gave them a ton of shit for this. BitMEX has been known to cause interesting side effects to the crypto community. So this is another one, right? This is another chance. I remember back in March when they pulled the plug on their desk, they kind of stopped the spiral. Well, now they started the spiral. So everybody picked this up. There were reports of big firms who are essentially just getting started with their assets and just getting started with their custody of Bitcoin that just dumped. They were like, okay, I'm fine with the 10, 20, 30% gain. This is a little bit scary. There were other reports, which I'll get into next, about MicroStrategy buying the dip. But it is very interesting the way this got started with BitMEX coming out and saying different things. So we had Andreas talk about it there. We had a lot of other guys come to the rescue here and say, no, this is normal. There's nothing wrong. But you can see how a double spend would be an important story. So let's see. I've got some comments here. Baitshot Billy says, I'd like to find out if the journalist for that article was short BTC. XPlow, funny how you have to get through all the BS to get to the guts of the story. It's called yellow journalism. Look it up. Better not be any double ups. Yeah, that would be an interesting time if that actually happened. But we did see the market crash. We now have seen it kind of recover here. ETH is up, I believe, 14% on the 24-hour period. I think Bitcoin held around that 30K mark. So we're doing pretty well. It looked a little bleak. The other day, only 24 hours ago, which feels like a week, crypto time. So that's what we got, man. That's where we're at. We'll see. I mean, it's good that they found a floor, right? I don't think anything fell below $30 or $1,000 on the East time frame. There were some, I think synthetics took a massive dip over that period. I think that got hit pretty hard. We have Decentraland up on a Atari announcement, which was interesting. A couple others in here. Aave, the one that got away. Okay, guys, that is the breaking news for the day. If you guys have more comments on, what occurred and, where we go from here, please leave them in the chat. I always want to hear about it. It looks like Katsumoto is talking about the NBA Top Shot Insiders program. I will get to that later in the NFT section. But thank you guys here today for stopping by. Please leave a like. Please leave a subscribe. We got 61 of you guys. We're on the races to 108. That is the all-time high. If we hit all-time high today, we'll probably drop some double rewards for you guys. So please stay tuned for that. Get the word out. Let everybody know. All right, the next piece of news. Crank that Binance, crank that Digibyte, crank that Tron, KLVZ Pay, FDO. What in God's name is this man getting into? Soulja Boy was tweeting, I believe, like maybe 3 days ago that he's going to get into social tokens, which obviously we're involved in social tokens. I'm not necessarily okay with, different artists getting in. That's actually, to be honest, it's a net negative to have something like Soulja Boy tweeting out that I want to start my own social token. That gets eyes in a negative fashion. In the same way that the ICO craze, you had legitimate projects. ETH was an ICO. BNB had an ICO. We have all these different things, all these different companies raising funds with ICOs in a great way, decentralized Kickstarter. And then Paris Hilton had to come in. And then Soulja Boy had to come in. And then a bunch of people had to come in and ruin it, because all it does is bring regulatory eyes in a negative fashion, not a good fashion where it's like, let's build this together. It's an interesting thing you got here, creating an entire different economy within social and creators. But instead we get Soulja Boy and we get Paris Hilton. So Soulja Boy tweeted out the other day, I want to start my own social token, and then people got him in to these garbage. Read my lips, garbage. Look at this. We got Venture Coinist right here. Quick analysis of Soulja Boy's crypto portfolio. FDO is a total market cap of 4 Bitcoin. 4. FDO is a total market cap of 4 BTC. KLV market cap doesn't even show up, and the bid-ask spread is 8% on Bittrex. This is how we know the man is trading on Bittrex. This guy has no friends. These guys they're set up. They're set up on who when you're asking to get into crypto is like, hey man, you need to go check out Bittrex. My buddy Mike was in a Telegram earlier today saying that's Bittrex's first new user in like 2 years. ZPay has a picture of NPXS product on their website but forgot to crop the NPXS out. I wonder if they noticed. What is this? This is some like conglomerate that he got involved in. Some cabal. Oh my God. What an unfortunate way to get into crypto. He couldn't have just bought BTC. He couldn't have just bought Ethereum. Shout out to Luke Martin for this tweet, by the way. What is Bittrex? You don't even want to know. Just forget I even said it. I'm going to Men in Black wipe your brain. Don't Google it. Do not Google Bittrex. Nobody needs. Danny Dan saying this man does not even deserve airtime. I agree. This is the type of BS that's going to get us in the whole crypto space under the regulators come in. Boom, boom, boom. This is not protecting investors. As they load their pockets and they don't allow people to invest in, startups. You need $200K, $1 million to get into startups. Oh, that's for protection because Soulja Boy is going to dump on his followers. Lil Yachty's getting in. No, man. No, this is not what we want. But some people say any news is good news. So, anyways, that's my rant. Soulja Boy, if you're listening to this, run away as fast as you can. Just, BNB's okay in there. I guess Digibyte. Not a big fan of Tron. And the others you clearly got paid to promote. So, shout out to you. You're getting that money. All right, let's see. What comments do we have? It looks like Freak is in the house. Katsumoto is in the house. It looks like Crypto Mystic saying only utility for XRP is now Pornhub. Strong utility. Sex sells. Overman's giving out. Overman's giving out the opinions here. Bittrex is an exchange. It's fine. Okay. To be fair, a lot of people don't know who Soulja Boy is. Listen, if you're my age, if you're anywhere under the realm of like 35, you know who Soulja Boy is. The man what was it, 2005? On top of the world. Paul says, I like my Bittrex. What stage would you say Ethereum is in? I need the map you're using. You're saying it's in stage 3. Is there 10 stages? Is there 4 stages? 65 are in the house. Thank you so much, guys, for showing up. 66. Yeah, there's not going to be much of a dip here in a second. Thomas is saying BTFD before a ton of USD is printed season. Okay. All right, guys. We're going to move on. That was Soulja Boy. That was the market dip. Thank you again for BitMEX for allowing people who, I guess, had USD on the sidelines. I don't know who that is, to actually pick up on the dip. And we are good. Shout out to Crypto Buffalo who called the top and then didn't sell as well. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I wish you were here. Thank God I don't have Greta today, though. That would have thrown me off. He is a boy no longer. Yeah, this is not financial advice, guys. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to hit quick news. We're going to hit DeFi. We're going to hit NFTs. I can't wait to get this StakeDao announcement. A lot of you guys had stake, or I believe it's SDT, not STD, SDT tokens airdrop to you, or at least be able to be claimed because you took part in governance on some different applications, on some different dApps, and they were able to kind of in that same retroactive airdrop that we've seen, you were able to get those tokens. But they had a really, 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 really cool piece of alpha there that I dropped in Lad City earlier, but I'll talk about it later today. So I really want to get off this Soulja Boy tweet. I'm against Bittrex probably because of like 2016, 2017 PTSD. If you guys didn't know, Bittrex used to be one of the largest exchanges in the entire world as far as it came to cryptocurrency, and they just dropped the ball. So they locked people's funds up. They had a lot of people couldn't get in contact with Bittrex in 2017 for it was like a 2-month customer service. I remember because I was signing up for these accounts. So they had a lot of customer service issues. I don't think they had the scale to actually, get to where they wanted to go. And so they increased their users 10x and their efficiency stayed the same. So that's why I kind of look at Bittrex and I'm like, So it's not much. It's not disdain. I'm not like pissed at Bittrex. It's kind of a meme at this point. If you were back in the day, you remember using Bittrex, and now what is Bittrex? So. I struggle with the charts online. I don't know where's best to get charts. Alex, let's see. He said, "Wow, that's disgraceful." I don't know who you're talking to, but I can. There's definitely lads in the chat. Head into Discord. These guys will hook you up. We have some different areas where you can kind of look at charts. We have a lot of experienced people here in the house that can help you out. That is what's so great about the Lads Crypto Network. So. Okay, let's see. Oh, I want to give a quick shout out before we keep going. Orlando, aloha lads, amazing day. Let's bring that value as always. And Bait Shop Billy's asking about, I believe that's VeChain. So Buffalo is having a good day. If you want to hear about VeChain, come back on Monday. I will have my man Buffalo. He will be talking about it. All right, so going along with our story here, and I could probably pull up, let's see if we can't pull up. I'll do it on the other screen. I might be able to pull up some BTC here. Let's see BTC USD. But it looks like MicroStrategy is playing this perfectly. Okay, here's the day chart. We'll move into an hour chart here. So we see that dip. Oh no, BitMEX. BitMEX calling the double spend. It must be a double spend. And then we went down to, we actually did break 30K. And then we're back up here around 33,600. Okay, so MicroStrategy is buying this dip. So, while you have some firms kind of getting out, you have MicroStrategy getting in. So they put in another 10 million around the average price of 31,808, 304 Bitcoin in total, and they now hold 70,000 Bitcoin, their average purchase price being 16,000. So bravo to the MicroStrategies guys. Those guys are absolutely killing it. Michael Saylor is a G at this point. So congrats to those guys. They knew what they were doing. They got in. You can, again, see their average price definitely kind of got kicked up if they're buying over here. But it actually wasn't that much, right? It's 314. But putting another 10 mil at 31,000 is going to increase that average purchase price. So shout out to those guys. They're absolutely killing it. And shout out to you guys in the chat who are helping Alex out. Thank you so much while I continue this episode. But we have firms selling weak hands. We have firms buying that believe in the long-term vision. So definitely a shout out to these guys. All right, what do we got next? Interesting stuff. Russia is, or at least Russia's largest bank is looking, or retail bank is looking to launch a stablecoin. So this bank, and forgive me, I'm not familiar with Russian firms and Russian banking services, but it looks like Sberbank this month sent in an application to the Russian central bank to issue a digital token. The digital token will be pegged to the Russian ruble and will run on the blockchain. So this is a far cry, again, and I believe it says it later in the episode. This is kind of a far cry from a law drafted last year that said Russians could go to prison, could go to the gulag for 3 years if they don't declare their crypto holdings. Loadmaster knows a lot about that gulag. I see you there in Lad City playing some Warzone. I'm sure he's been in the gulag, but he gets out. So shout out to Loadmaster. Shout out to Sberbank. It looks like they are filing for a Russian stablecoin pegged to the ruble. All right, real quick, because this is quick news. Oh, before I get to that, JDC, we want Dimitri to talk about Putin's palace. Shout out to my man JDC. Shout out to the 412. Awesome, guys. Awesome. All right, let's get into the crypto exchange. Coinbase buying Bison trails. Okay. Coinbase is having an IPO soon. That's going to give, obviously, people who are investing in crypto who don't necessarily want to buy Bitcoin. Maybe they want to stay in there, old money, traditional stocks, things like this. They can buy Coinbase. Maybe that gets them a little exposure to crypto without diving deep to where we're at. But it looks like they are buying Bison Trails. So Bison Trails is a staking as a service, so a SaaS, where it allows people to spin up nodes on different protocols. I believe if I go into this article, basically Ethereum 2.0, Tezos, and Polkadot. Coinbase invested early in Bison Trails, and it looks like they're buying them up. I think it's set to be their biggest purchase. Let's see if we can't get to that. I think the block had a better story here on this acquisition, but obviously Coinbase Ventures took a stake in Bison Trails, and they're actually building them up. So this is what the deal is. Well, why is this important? Coinbase, in buying Bison Trails, is trying to be the Amazon of crypto. It's that simple. You have an AWS that provides infrastructure for Web 2. You're trying to provide infrastructure for Web 3 if you're Coinbase. So while Amazon has a ton of other services, AWS is primarily their biggest player. So what you have when you try to build out Web 3.0, you want to have one of the best node infrastructure platforms out there. That's what they're doing. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. But look at that's the face of $1 billion man. Shout out. Can't knock the hustle there. Brian Armstrong cannot knock the hustle. Good to see you guys. It looks like we hit 68 of you in the house. What do we got here? Come here. Oh, no? Okay. I was going to get you guys to see my pup, Shep. That was a perfect opportunity, but he slipped from my grasp. Okay. Speaking of slip from your grasp, we had Binance destroying, or burning, as we like to say. This was their quarterly burn. They also forgot about $750 million in Bitcoin, or BNB. So it looks like they forgot about $750 million worth of BNB, and now it looks like they're unlocking it. When Binance ran its ICO in 2017, it allocated a certain amount of the coin for its own staff. These coins were to be released periodically and handed out, and yet the exchange missed a rather large milestone. Also unlocked 16 million BNB. These were supposed to be unlocked in July 2020. We just forgot. They are moved to a team token holding address. BNB is doing really well. Let me know what you guys think about BNB. Let me know what you guys think about CZ. BNB is doing really well in all of this. The bigger piece of news is the burn, right? So we have the burn. This is quarterly. It's based on, I believe, volume on the exchange, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks like crypto exchange Binance has completed its quarterly burn, removing 3.7 million BNB from the ecosystem. So if I'm not mistaken, BNB is inflationary. Please mistake me if I'm wrong there. I can't be an expert on all this. But based on volume each quarter, and it looks like they might even be able to kind of increase that, they're able to burn these tokens. And it looks like 2.4 more times were burned this time around in fiat compared to the previous events. That might also be because, I don't know why they're doing this in fiat. That can definitely be a little bit misconstrued, seeing as Binance, I believe, 2x'd over the last, they at least 100%. I think they moved from like 20 to 40. We might be able to check that out. But it looks like this is by far their biggest burn to date in fiat standards. But as you can see, if they're terming that in fiat over the past year, 126%, that's a little bit misleading. I would like to see Larry kind of take that into account. But it looks like because spot volume is up more than 50% and futures volume is up 140%, you get this huge burn. So shout out to Binance there. Let me know what you guys think about that. It looks like anyone in the chat, it looks like Alex is in the house asking questions. Thank you so much for stopping by, Alex, today, man. It's really cool to see first-time viewers chatting in the house. He said, anyone in the chat is Kraken better than Binance? All right. We're going to move on to the next. We got 68 in the house right now. And the last piece of news. I'm sure no one is familiar with this site. Pornhub now accepts cryptocurrencies XRP, DOGE, BNB, and USDC. I wonder why they picked those specific currencies. Oh, they already have others. They have 16 others. Let's see. Let's see if the block has the balls to report on the 16 other currencies. There we go. Shout out to the block. Always coming through. Look at that, Verge. So, like Crypto Mystic said in the chat, it looks like XRP is getting some utility. Danny Dan, BNB equals security, could get issues. Yeah, there was an interesting portion in that article that talked about how in their original white paper, the burn actually occurred on revenue. So the more revenue they got, the more burns they would do. That's non-existent on their white paper anymore. They actually removed it. So there are some interesting things. And BNB is doing well. I think they've, CZ's got himself caught up in some controversies, but he's done pretty well. I think Binance has done overly well for themselves over the last 6 months to a year. Bait Shop Billy says, Doge finally has a use, sir. I will not approve of Doge FUD in my chat. All right. Woo! That was quick news. Overman said, I thought this was a family show. Sir, I ticked off the not for kids. I checked that box. I said, this is not for kids. There's no kids in here. So, take that for what you will. Okay, DeFi, NFTs, social tokens, and we'll hit it. Man, I'm having an adrenaline-filled episode here. So thank you guys. Shout out to you guys in the chat. Again, 108. 108 is going to be the final here. We've got 66 of you guys in the chat. All of you guys are commenting along. Thank you so much. If I missed your comments, leave more and I'll get to the shout out. All right. We're going into Decrypt right now. We are talking DeFi. A little bit of DeFi. One of the largest, I believe, if not the largest. Let me go to DeFi Pulse really quick and see if they actually even keep note of this. Total value locked. Okay, so it's definitely not the biggest, but it's one of the largest total value locks. 3 billion of Ethereum's locked in ETH 2.0. So we know at the end of December, in this November timeframe, and as December kind of rolled around, they hit the mark. I believe that's 114 million Ethereum. I'm going to see the mark. What was the initial mark they needed? 524,000 ETH. There's now 4.9 times more than that in the Ethereum 2.0. So this is probably a little bit, this probably has a little bit to do with at least this tick over time. Maybe has something to do with Lido. Maybe has something to do with these staking services that are providing tokens, even that match or are of the ratio of the ETH that you put in, that allows you to take part in what's going on in DeFi right now, what's going on in the ecosystem. Basically, it allows you to stake your ETH or lock your ETH and have ETH at the same time. So maybe it has a lot to do with that. And that is that, man. It's good to see ETH 2.0 continue. I don't have a damn thing to say about that bad about ETH. That's pretty much that. Pretty much that. ETH BTC, let's see where it's sitting at. Holding. ETH USD. Guys, I'm not ignoring Wax. I think I've covered more Wax projects. The only guy that's probably covered more Wax than me is Anders. I'm not ignoring Wax, I promise you. You can go back in our streams. We cover Wax every week on NFT Live. Trust me that I'm not ignoring Wax. I love what the Wax guys are doing. Matter of fact, get them in touch with me. Juan Perez is showing up. He says, "Hi everyone. Good to see you, Juan. Good to see you." All right, ETH USD is continuing to climb on the show. I see a layer 1 live pump right here. Look, we just started. We started right around here. Boom. Pump. I actually talked with Morty. Overman saying, "Bro, are you still pissed off you got banned from the Wax Telegram?" No, I'm not at all. I love the Wax guys. It was warranted. Spending hundreds of dollars. It's right. You're definitely right to be a little upset in those moments. This is the most ETH talk we've had in months. Yeah, listen. I mean, it is what it is. I'm an ETH believer. I was always an ETH believer, but more so now, for sure. So definitely have some other things. Okay, we have Yearn. This is some interesting stuff in Yearn right now, man. This is going to come from CoinDesk, but we're going to get into the actual proposal here in a second. So this actually kind of states what's happening pretty fairly. Let's not be Bitcoin. Yearn Finance considers minting 200 million in new Wi-Fi tokens. So if you guys don't remember, Yearn, specifically Andre and in that project, launched on this fair distribution model, right? The developers didn't take, I believe, any tokens. They might have took they definitely did not take any tokens. It was launched to the community. It was basically this narrative, and DeFi runs on narratives, crypto runs on narratives, that this was the new way forward. If you're going to launch a project, you as a founder should not take any percentage. You give it to the community, they work for you. This was the situation. It looks like they've walked back on two things so far. And this is interesting, man. This is governance in real time happening. And Yearn is one of the best communities in crypto. But to see this play out is interesting because the whole narrative that pushed it up to 30K, 40K, besides the APY, don't get me wrong, that's one of the definite reasons they were in there, was this fair launch distribution, this new idea that this was how communities were going to form in the future. And what we saw with Andre kind of coming out of the woodworks, and we know he's a little bit emotional, but Andre came out and said, building in DeFi sucks, this sucks, everything that we're doing, do not do a fair launch distribution. And now, right after that, you have Yearn and the governance proposal, which I'll pull up here, that says they're going to mint a certain amount of new tokens. Now, this is anywhere between 22% and I think I've seen up to 30%. So somewhere around $200 million, a third of which would go to core contributors and the rest going to the treasury. You see a couple different quotes here. The proposal, authored by the 11 different people, views the fair launch as a living concept rather than a single event. Obviously, it's governance. Not everyone's going to agree. Evoking things like immutability and fixed monetary policy, familiar to many longtime crypto enthusiasts, at least 2 Wi-Fi holders announced on the forum that they can no longer participate in the protocol. I have observed the inability for the Wi-Fi project to detach itself from their Lord and Savior Andre and find its own path. There's some different things in here if you want to dive really deep. Obviously, all the links are in the description. There's some different things in here that there was actually a proposal put forth by Andre back in the summertime to never mint any more Wi-Fi. And it passed, and yet it wasn't acted upon. So there's these little different stories. Again, it might seem like I'm FUDing Yearn right now. I'm not. I'm not at all. I love what they're doing. I'm always appreciative of the projects that are launching in real time. I'm not a big fan of Cardano. One of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of Cardano is I hate these guys who are trying to perfect the process. Launch it, break it, fix it, do it in real time. If we waited to have a perfect social token, a perfect model, it would never have launched. So there's a lot of different things going on here. Definitely a deep article. I'll go into the governance proposal here really quick. That way you guys can see a deeper look into what they're trying to do. Again, there's been comments from the community on the actual percentage that should be minted, but the primary understanding is that Wi-Fi is moving away from this fair launch distribution. People are starting to understand, well, maybe we should pay founders. Maybe they shouldn't get 40%, 30% of the company, 100% of the company, but they shouldn't get nothing, or else you end up with a situation like Andre. All right, while you guys look at this really quick, I'm going to look at the chat. Overman, dude, I love the comments, man. I appreciate you stopping by all the time, keeping me on my toes, man. Thank you so much. At 75, might have to start stripping to get the last 33. Wow. I don't know what's going on with you, man. But I did talk about Pornhub earlier in the episode. We'll see. Jennifer's in the chat. Nice to see you, Jennifer. Cataly, hello. I probably butchered your name there. 76 of you guys in the house. We hit almost 80. If we get 108, we're going to drop an extra rewards link for you guys today. We got a lot of cool things happening in Lads. Earn the social utility token. Get on over to the Discord. Get in there. Make it happen. You can earn Lads. Use it in our community. Use it to buy NFTs. Use it to possibly get into our ecosystem in the sandbox. What? All right, PermDot saying, shouldn't we have both Q? Some should for sure launch and fix things in flight, but certainly there's also room for iterating before launch as well. Yeah, definitely. I think the ethos that things like Wi-Fi in a lot of DeFi projects go with, I definitely hate the forks. I think Sushi is a great example of a fork that is useful, but for the most part, when you start forking different things, you end up with things like Bitcoin Cash, although there's, I guess, a utility in that fork. But the idea that I'm trying to kind of pass to you is that the ethos of let's build fast is the whole thing that DeFi was built on, right? They're launching in production meme, right? Oh, in production, people get rugged, but that's what leads to innovation. So I do agree that after those people, there needs to be some thought. So I love that comment. Certainly, there's also room for iterating before launch as well. Yeah, 100%. If you start stripping weed down to 10, thanks, Danny. Dang, man. I got a little bit under here. Okay. Thank you guys so much for the comments. I think we hit 80 there. Okay, this is awesome. I've been waiting to get to this episode. Do you guys have any more questions on Wi-Fi before I move on? I want to get to this StakeDao, and I want to get to something really awesome for the lads and really awesome for NFTs. Obviously, StakeDao is an amazing platform in and of itself. I might be able to pull that platform up. Although I don't want to give away too much of what I got going on behind the scenes, but you basically can connect your wallet. Let's see if I can't hide all of it. You guys don't want to see. You guys don't want to see what I got. But I am up. Yeah, unless I can hide my balances, I don't think I'm going to pull this up for you guys. Unfortunate. Sorry. But you can go to StakeDao, StakeDao.org. Make sure it's the right one. I'm always skeptical of phishing sites. Maybe I'm a little bit too skeptical. This is the last bit on Wi-Fi. I want to get to StakeDao. So we have the Medium article announcing that it was live. If you do participate in DeFi, if you have participated in some different protocols, there have been airdrops or claimable airdrops to your wallet, or the mechanical process, I'm not sure. You can get SDT tokens. I think they mentioned Uniswap. I think they mentioned Sushi. They mentioned a bunch of different projects. And if you took part in these different projects, here's some others: Curve, Pickle, Badger. In that governance, so you voted, or maybe you're in the liquidity pool, or maybe you're some other things, you have SDT to claim. You can check it out. StakeDao up 22%. over 24 hours, let's bust out the max. Looks like it hit CoinGecko at 650. It's hanging around that. You had that initial dump probably when everyone was getting that airdrop, and then you have the understanding that, holy crap, this is a really cool project. And this is an investment advice, but the token modeling looks awesome. I may get in. I actually didn't have any tokens. It was unfortunate. I was like, okay, I take part in a couple things. I've got my liquidity set up in LADs, obviously. There's a couple different things going on, and didn't have any SDT tokens. Here's the token modeling. Looks like Loadmaster got its drop. SDT is the token of StakeDao earned by users who deposit their tokens into the DAO. After a set duration, SDT tokens are dispersed to all users in proportion to the amount of fees that their deposit generated for the DAO. SDT holders can then stake their earned SDT to receive a share of the DAO fees. And then obviously they go into governance. SDT token provides governance. All right, so this is the idea. If you go to StakeDao, you can see all of what you're doing within the Ethereum ecosystem, specifically the DeFi ecosystem, in one dashboard. And then you can use those to actually invest and do different things within one single dashboard. Instead of going to all these different projects and specifically going to each one, you can do this all within one dash. So again, a new multi-service DeFi platform built by the community. I'm going to hit this Twitter post really quick. This is the power of Ethereum, and this is why you're hearing so much about Ethereum today. I can't begin to explain to you the power of interoperability and the power of intra-network interoperability. So we got Yearn here. They're working to produce yields, SDT airdrop to Yearn Vault LPs. So if you're participating in one project, we've already seen this. If you're participating in one project, you can potentially earn in another. If you're buying Axie tokens because you want to use the game, because you're an NFT enthusiast, you got that Uniswap airdrop back at the end of fall. So many different ideas. Here's another one. This is a great tweet. This is the understanding of why ETH is going to go to $1 billion, not investment advice. ETH's not going to $1 billion. ETH's not going to $1 billion. But look at this. Yearn, 1inch, Sushi, Curve, Badger, Pickle. This is only a quick snapshot of how they're able to work with all of these different networks. This is awesome. This is amazing. This is why Ethereum can't be stopped. At least right now. All right, here we go. Let's see, we got comments in the chat. 84 of you in the house. Nice to see everybody today. This is the Layer 1 Crypto Network. We're talking DeFi right now, but we're hitting the whole crypto industry. So nice to see you guys stop by. 85 in the house. 108 is all-time highs. Let's hit it. Come on, guys. We can do it. I'm about to get to the biggest piece of news in the entire episode, though. It's going to be awesome. Let's see. Alex is saying, I want to buy some ETH and hold. It's interesting, man, because with ETH, you can do other things too, right? You have centralized services like Celsius. Again, not investment advice. Do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. You can do things with ETH once you have it, as opposed to some other tokens. Although, I mean, Celsius and BlockFi have built out their services. Don't leave your tokens and try to get interest on something like Coinbase if you're trying to do that. But again, not investment advice whatsoever. I need a huge disclaimer so I can stop saying that every 5 seconds. 82 in the house. Good to see you guys. Lads is an available option on OS now. Yes, sir. You need that ladies token for the extra subs. I'm not going to go down that road. Scott Harris Firestone is in the chat. Nice to see you, Scott. One of our lads miners, man. Shout out to Scott. He's been an OG since the beginning. Awesome for you, or thank you for showing up. Alex is saying, if you don't mind me asking, bro, how long have you been trading for? If you're new, you know that we had an experienced Wall Street Forex trader on the channel. If you're drinking something, pour it on the carpet right now. No, don't do that. But shout out to the beard. We had TA every Tuesday, Friday. We're looking to bring you guys that more and more as we go forward. Bring in experts that can be giving you guys TA. Listen, I can look at this chart. I'm not going to buy your subscription service. Stop asking. I can look at this chart, but I can't draw any squigglies, man. I can't draw any squigglies. Honestly. Like, if you don't want to see me do this, but maybe I will. Check it out. Boom. You know what this means? There's your squiggly line, dude. What does that mean? Look at that chart. Someone's coming in here for the first time being like, look at this idiot. But yeah, you're right. I can't draw squigglies. I miss the beard. I've been in crypto for about, I can't get over this line here. Been in crypto since 2016. I wasn't a big trader before then. That's what's awesome about crypto, is that it allows you financial freedom regardless of if you have that financial background. It lifts the veil over people's eyes. If you can get them to a certain point, you can lead that horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Look, yeah. Xpaw is saying this is my Lambo trend. I feel like a real live trader, guys. Thank you for stopping by. This is Q's desk. I'm here all week. All I do is draw bullish squiggly lines. That's literally how we take this community to like 1 million users, isn't it? Just draw bullish squiggly lines. Be like, oh my God. Yeah, getting to a more serious note, as we see a lot of the lads pour one out for Dimitri. Alex is saying, I was just wondering because I'm just starting studying. So this is the way this works. We have the lads community. We have the Discord. If you want to go down there into the chat, Alex, join that Discord link. We have hundreds of guys in that chat. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20 of them, maybe even more, are interested in what you're interested in. And that's what's awesome. We got NFTs, we got DeFi, we got trading, we got gaming. Whatever you have that you're interested in, there's a lad that probably has been in it. So definitely some good stuff. Vabhav is saying, bye lads, it's getting late here. JDC is asking, is Dimitri gone? And wondering about Dimitri as well. Dimitri's perfectly fine. As individuals, as people in the space, and as his own sovereign individual, you have to make your choice of what you want to be a part in. And Dimitri is going to have some announcements here shortly that we're going to freaking love about what he's up to next. So that's definitely, I'm definitely excited for that. I cannot wait to get you that announcement once it is live. So that is a lot of announcements here on the channel. But yeah, okay. So I got my Lambo squiggly line there. Orlando, if you think StakeDAOs seems amazing, wait for this. Wait for this. I can't wait. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Are you ready? Tell me in the chat. Hashtag our vibe in the chat, and I will get to the best part of this article. Our vibe in chat, and I will get to the best part of this article. Good to see everybody showing up. We got 84, 83 in the house. Nice to see. Our vibe, our tribe. Hashtag our vibe in the chat. Come on, give it to me, and I will get to the next portion of this article. Dimitri is starring in Walker, Texas Ranger Rebooted. Chocolate-coated buffalo. All right, chat's getting weird, guys. All right, our vibe, our tribe in chat. Okay, this is the best part of the article. Here we go. Highlighted. StakeDao users will be able to invest in NFTs used in systems such as SoRare, Axie Infinity, or Cometh through their first NFT hedge fund. Additionally, brand new concepts such as social tokens will also be condensed into unique index funds, meaning users can easily gain exposure to the newest emerging digital economies. Let's go! Let's go! Saw my hair there for a second. I need a haircut, I understand. Do you understand how big that is? Let that sink in. Let that sink in. StakeDao users will be able to invest in NFTs using systems such as SoRare, Axie Infinity, or Cometh through the first NFT hedge fund, Blackpool. Brand new concepts such as social tokens. Converts into index funds. Users can easily gain exposure to the newest emerging digital economies. If you don't know what that means, those two, the first one's easy. People have been wondering, how do I get exposure to NFTs? Other than buying and selling the asset itself, where like I have to buy a CryptoKitty and then sell it. And then a lot of people don't want to do that, right? They just want to market buy, market sell if you have weekends. The second one is just... All right, NFTs. That was the best news of the day by far. Also, for those of you that are showing up late, Lads is listed on the Delta app as well. So if you use Delta app tracking portfolio, you can go there as well. Listen, the idea here is to grow the pie, right? Like there's a ton of different people in social tokens. There's a ton of people in NFTs. These two things right here allow exposure to both those industries. That doesn't exist right now. Like we're running up, when you're at the fringe of the things, you're running up into a wall that you necessarily can't get by being one project. What you need is StakeDao to come through or other projects to come through. Axie to lead the way in NFTs. But you need exposure. You need products to be built out to allow people to invest in NFTs and social tokens. Crazy. And that is a question we've had, right? Like Ronan has talked, we've talked about this, like Niftex Exchange and things like this, all these financial products that are coming to NFTs. This is a big industry that's going to only get bigger. How do people get exposure? Just like people that don't want to buy crypto, they want to get exposure through the Coinbase IPO, right? It's the same thing. Okay. All right, man. Adrenaline dump. Nice to see everybody in the chat. Well, how many do we have? We have 93. We are so close. Let's go. Get the people in the house. All right, we got Rick and Morty. We talked about this. We got NFTs to get to. We got Nifty Gateway. Nifty Gateway's actually got two things going on. One that we'll get to in social tokens later. Our vibe, our tribe. I see it. I see you guys. Rick and Morty creators sell Ethereum art for 1.65. I don't know how I feel about it. Justin Roiland is freaking awesome. I love Rick and Morty. Easily one of the best shows on television. RIP if it never comes back. He used this as an art experiment, like a psychological art experiment. Like, look at this tweet. The best I could do, testing the boundaries of crypto art. What makes something valuable? The art, the artist, the process, the state of mind while created. That's an easy way to say these aren't very complex. And they're going for 1.65 milli. So, Ronan said this the other day as well. I kind of mirror his sentiment. Nifty Gateway's got some crazy stuff going on, man. And it's fair. Look, art is inherently abstract. It's there, right? I don't even want to get into the art discussion because you lose yourself in it. And he's right. I mean, what makes something valuable? Who knows? So, 1.65 mil. The money in NFTs, the money in Nifty Gateway is crazy. A lot of this apparently is going to charity, which is awesome to see. But Nifty Gateway, I mean, it's too rich for me. You know, like it's too. There are pieces that are going for less. Don't get me wrong, but I love what B20 is doing with the fractionalizing these, because who's going to spend 300K? Right? Who's going to spend 300K on a piece? Not a lot of people I know. Really cool stuff. As Decrypt reported, the popularity of crypto art has been booming. For example, 8.2 million were sold last December. And here's the kicker. Is there anything that won't sell for thousands as an NFT? As this industry grows, it's going to be super interesting to watch. You got NBA cards selling for thousands. Is that something that's happening right now that will maybe, you know, continue to rise and then deflate a little bit? Is this? I'm not a collector. I know that there are a lot of things out there that go for thousands and thousands of dollars, but it's interesting what's happening in NFTs right now. It's hard to get that's why you have to follow all of these different NFT influencers. Deanna's in the house. Orlando's saying, woo, Q. Bait Shop Billy saying, Dow. Xbox saying, Naked Buffalo. Yeah, I should probably take that picture off, huh? My dog's getting it. He's looking to go out here soon, guys. So we have about 20 minutes left in this, maybe a little bit less. I'm going to hit the rest of NFTs. It looks like we have two sidechains coming to two different projects, some of the biggest projects with NFTs. If you don't know Unchained, I don't know where you've been. They've easily been one of the largest NFT projects. Definitely probably have some of the most transactions because you have to buy each individual cards. You can buy packs and do things like that. They were, I believe they're just on the Ethereum mainnet, right? And they're looking to use Immutable X, which is a scalable layer 2 solution here. And it looks like it's coming in Q1. Brian, you absolutely missed an amazing episode, man. Good to see you here in the house. He's saying, damn, I'm late again. Sorry, Q. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. So right now, what Gods Unchained is doing is looking to port these assets over. They don't know what they're going to do, but most likely it looks like there's going to be a transfer of those assets onto Immutable X. There's some other things in here as well, public test realms that are going to be released, some other feature updates. Gods Unchained, I've seen it on Twitch. They're a great project. I like what they're doing. Unusable on the Ethereum network. We've talked about this multiple times. NFTs are not the use case of Ethereum. DeFi is pushing them out. You could check ETH gas station right now. If you think people are going to be using Ethereum for the $25 transactions that cost them $10, you're wrong. DeFi is the king on Ethereum right now. That's why you see Gods Unchained moving. That's why you see Axie Infinity moving. Axie's looking to prepare their Ronin sidechain. Shout out to Ronin the Collector. If he messages you for ETH, that is not him. If you don't know that joke, get into Discord. We'll tell you about it. All right, Sky Mavis is looking to move their in-house developed Ronin sidechain. They were using Loom Network, the layer 2 solution for the Ethereum blockchain, and Loom said, peace out. We're not doing this anymore. So Axie needed to develop their Ronin sidechain, and it looks like this sidechain is going to start to ramp up. I'm going to see if I can find in this article. They're looking to port some assets over here. I don't see anything about when this is looking to be launched. I don't know if any of you guys in chat know, but it looks like there's going to need to be some ported assets, right? They're asking. It looks like Axie's asking their users to move from the Loom network back to the Ethereum network, and then they'll move to the sidechain. A lot of manual processes here. Okay, before we get to B20, which is the biggest piece of news within NFTs for the most part, the Gotchi bridge is live. If you own Ghost, and let me check the ETH gas station really quick. If ETH is not too high, which it looks like it's not that high. I mean, it's high, but it's not that high. 73 Gwei right now is the gas price for standard. This bridge is live, and there's a lot of rewards to be earned in this port over. So I don't have time to kind of go into this too much because I've gone over it on NFT Live a couple times. But move your Ghost, and I believe your friends as well can be ported. And you can earn Modic, you can earn Quick, you can earn a lot of things right now by porting over. Again, not investment advice whatsoever, but this is open. Brian says, I need some kind of something to make me money. Boy, I don't know. What do you think we should say to that, lads? I need some kind of something to make me money. Amen to that, brother. Orlando saying aloha. Yeah, one day I'll get back to the island, Orlando. I think we've talked about it before, but I was raised out there for a little while. So one day I will get back out there. I think the last time I was out in Oahu is 3 years ago now, man. So definitely want to get back. All right, 82 in the house. 82 in the house. Are we going to break 108? Come on, guys. We can do this. All right, last piece of news from the NFTs. We have a ton of other stuff. I know that I'm not going to get to it. This was an absolutely killer episode. We're going on an hour and a half here, so I want to wrap up just a little bit. We got Metapurse, who's coming out, again, with that B20 token, which fractionalizes specifically the Beeple drop, right? They came out, they were like, hey, we bought this $1 million or couple $1 million collection, and we want to share this with everybody. We want to allow it to be shared amongst all people. But I do a good job of explaining things, I hope. That's probably why, I mean, you guys are here to do a lot of things, but hopefully I can explain some of this stuff, but not as good as the teams themselves. So we're actually going to watch this. I'll take a look at the comments. We're going to try it out. Let's see what happens here. Yo, whoever created that needs to get a raise. Holy crap. We're not going to get into the token economics with this B20 token. I need to take a look a little bit more. There is a Metapalooza here, which is interesting because it's going to be happening in 3 different spots. We got Crypto Voxels, we got Somnium Space, we got Decentraland, and we have Blau, who's going to be putting on this event. This is going to happen at the same time as the sale. So that's important to keep in mind. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice, but this sale is going to happen tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see if we can't hop into some of this stuff. You see the Metapalooza here. You can sign up. Looks like 1 day and 13 hours. Tokenizing. So, again, I don't know. I don't want to get into that rabbit hole. We could have a whole episode on these guys. Hopefully we can get them on the episode. That would be probably the best course of action. But amazing stuff from the NFT space. You need high quality projects, high quality production to bring people's eyes to what we're doing here. The other thing that I would love to get to you guys is these actual museums. I believe these are part of the vault as well. So each museum actually is art in and of itself. That's kind of the idea that they were going with. They work with voxel architects to create some of these pieces. Oh, they don't have a link. I would love to get a link to this one. Anybody got a link? Drop it in Discord. Drop it in main chat. Maybe I can actually pop in. Decentraland looks great. I think they have the sandbox land as well. Somnium Space looks well. And they talk about the museum becoming the art. Ben from CryptoVox has also talked about working with Somnium Space as well as Decentraland to have actual portals. So all of these 3 projects could work together potentially to have a literal physical portal where you just walk in and it takes you to that metaverse. Really cool stuff. Okay, guys. This was an amazing episode. It looks like I was going to get to a Blau tweet. This is going to be from Nifty Gateway. It looks like Blau is doing some interesting things with Nifty, but the tweet was deleted. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I mean, guys, I don't want to end this episode, but it has been an hour and a half. It looks like here it is. Okay, so you have this NFT song drop. So interesting stuff. You get the canvas along with the NFT piece, which has an audio related. So you actually get the physical canvas along with what you have here. So really cool stuff. It, again, comes with the physical canvas for the actual auction. Love seeing that from Blau. I think Audius was somehow related as well. Koopa's doing a good job over there. But again, amazing episode. Let me drop that link. We didn't hit 108, but it was an absolutely fire episode. You guys brought the heat, man. You guys really did. The comment section was lit. Shout out to everybody who is new, who commented along. Alex was one of them. Shout out to everybody that was commenting along. You guys, I mean, this episode, could you imagine if I was just sitting up here without a chat? I would not want to do that. I'm going to get this earn code ready for the lads, but let me know what you thought about this episode, guys, in the chat. Let's keep it going right up until the end while I get this earn code ready. What are you guys looking forward to this weekend, man? Drop that in the chat, and I will get up out of here. All right, again, double rewards if we hit all-time highs, guys. It doesn't look like we're going to... I mean, we have 92. You guys are trying to make it happen. You guys... 93. I don't think we're going to... 94. I don't know if we're going to hit 108 today, but definitely an awesome episode. Can we hit 100? Can we hit 100? If we hit 100... I'll drop the link. How about that? Just for this time, because I love that number. 100. A lot of great stuff coming from the chat. JLo says you rocked it today. Vibub says bye, good day. Bala says it was fire. Exploit informational. Perm said great one, Q. Ronnie's fantastic coverage. You guys are killing it. I'm getting gassed up here. Danish. Danny. Canwolf. Donamo. Guys, what an awesome experience. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for participating. Thank you for growing the Lads Network. We got 95 in the house. I don't think we're going to... 97. Looks like you guys are trying to make it happen here. There's the first link. See if I can't pin that message. $99. Looks like you guys are trying to make it happen. $78. Oh. That's the thing. That's the thing. The bots, they don't understand English. We hit 99. And then they bounced out of here. That sucks, man. That's tough for you guys out there. I do not like the bots as much as the next guy. We're consistently, where I say this every episode, need to get Lads into the hands of guys that want to use it, guys that believe in the vision, not guys that are just stopping by for the last 5 minutes. So we did have that Llama January grant that we're giving 5,000 Lads to Llama for his work as a moderator and for his continued work. He's got a lot of projects in the hopper. So you guys keep on the lookout for that. It's going to be an amazing time. 2021 is going to be great. We've got the no game night tonight. We've got the poker night tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. We'll get some stuff out to you guys. 99, unfortunately, is not enough. We said 100, and I stick around in Lad City in the next 30 minutes. We'll see what we can make happen, guys. But good weekend. Great episode. Wow. Great episode. I'm going to head out of here. Again, appreciate you. Our vibe, our tribe. See you next time.